Tensions are high in Uganda after opposition leader Kizza Besigye disappeared in neighboring Kenya to resurface later in a military court in Uganda's capital, Kampala, accused of weapons possession and other serious offenses and possibly facing the death penalty. Besigye, a longtime opponent of Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni, was detained on November 16th in Nairobi and held incommunicado for 4 days, Reuters reported. United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, called the detention an abduction coordinated between the Kenyan and Ugandan governments. Korir Singaway, Kenya's Minister of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs Principal Secretary, also said Besigye was abducted, but claimed his government had no hand in the matter. Kenya is a safe haven for many people and has been for many years and will be for years to come. That is false. The United Nations, local and international rights groups, investigative journalists independently report the surge of state-sanctioned abductions, extrajudicial killings, torture, and forced disappearances in Kenya. The Kenyan government reportedly detains political dissidents and opposition figures seeking refuge and hands them over to authoritarian governments, despite the risk of persecution. On October 18th, Kenyan security agencies detained 4 Turkish asylum seekers and repatriated them to Turkey. In May 2021, Kenyan security forces and Turkish spies kidnapped Selahattin Gulen and deported him to Turkey, despite a court order banning the extradition. The Kenyan National Human Rights Commission, an independent watchdog, reported in October that Kenya is witnessing an unprecedented wave of abductions and killings targeting various individuals. Hundreds of young people remain missing since the June demonstrations led by Generation Z Kenyans, a demographic cohort of educated unemployed youth who protested a new bill that would impose unaffordable taxes on the most vulnerable citizens. In late July, Reuters reported that Kenyan authorities deported to Uganda 36 members of the Forum for Democratic Change, one of Uganda's biggest opposition parties. Tortured and injured while in Kenya, they were later charged in the military court in Kampala with terrorism-related offenses. On October 23, 2022, Kenyan police shot and killed TV Pakistan's top investigative journalist, Arshad Sharif, was in Kenya after fleeing from Pakistan's authoritarian regime.